Already. So you can see what I'm doing here. I put some uh, cover here. I did not have any landscape fabric, so the cheapest one I could find an alternative. What was a old canvas uh, that I got it for like very cheap, 25 bucks for like 300, 400, 300 feet. These are supposed to be poster, but somebody was selling it because they took down the billboard, right? But they are selling this for $25 a sheet, and this like 200 feet long. So I cut it, put it in a way. You can see on the other side is all like billboard ads. You see, it's like billboard ads, but on the back side is like, on the bottom side is like just black plastic. So I just use that. Since I'm not going to plant anything in the ground, I'm going to put everything in the pots here. Flowers and everything, and herbs and vegetables, everything will be in the pot. I don't care about what is underneath the canvas, because this canvas, you see, it's not porous, so the water does not go through. Landscape fabric is better because the water will go down to the ground, and you can plant things on the soil, right? Because the soil will have water, right? And it'll have more, the soil will be able to breathe. This suffocates the soil, so you can't use the soil beneath it. But you can put flower like pots like that, or any pots like this, so that you can plant things. So that's what I'm trying to do, because it has a lot of weeds growing. So this is the easiest way to kill the weed or control the weed as well. And then on this side, last year I did the same thing with the canvas, but I put mulch on top, and then mulch became like this. It decomposed. You see, this is decomposed mulch, and weeds started growing. So I'm not going to put any more mulch on the top. I'm going to just leave it like that on the canvas there, but no mulch. And this one I can use it for my material for my flower pots. I can put more pots there, pots with plants. And then I can fill up this in there. This is really good. This is decomposed mulch, became like almost like soil. You see, it almost became like soil. This is really good material, and I can mix it with some compost, like chicken compost, and put it in the pots, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. I do have sprinkler in there just to give it some extra water if I have more plants in future. But I do have a drip irrigation setup, so I'm going to punch holes where the pots are and drip it that way using bubbler, right? So I'm going to do bubbler drip irrigation with this right here, this pipe. All right, so while I was setting up my bubbler drip irrigation for the flower pots, let's see the hose is going all the way. It's going all the way behind this pot, all the way there, you see. So it goes all the way across. But while I was doing that, this is lime and lemon, citrus. This is curry leaf, really awesome, smells amazing. It's used for Indian curry, to make like whatever curry you want, right? It's curry leaves. It's called curry leaf plant. It's really amazing. You should get one, and they will grow. In the winter you have to bring it in. I have never brought it in, but it almost dies in winter. It looked like almost died, but then it came back because it is a mother plant with a lot of little babies. So it has a lot of not just one plant. It's established. The root system is like spread around. So that's why it comes back every year. From here, I take the babies and plant it in another pot, so I have more of them. But that's what you do. You trim it, you prune it, right? When it grows like 1 feet tall, you prune it. It will have more babies around when you prune it, because the root system will produce more baby plants, and you take them and spread them out into more. Okay, while I was doing that, my drip irrigation, I came across this pipe and it was leaking. So I turned off the main line. So That's the main line, you see, shut off. That's the main shut off line. I loosened it. So what you had to do is, I'll show you, you had to hold the pipe, the main pipe with a wrench, and use another one to loosen it. I loosened it up. I loosened the whole thing. I'm just showing you how to fix this. The leak was from here, from this area. And there's a washer there. That's what the problem is. So these are a really good solid brass, an alloy brass thing. So they don't really break much. The washer inside, which is rubber, is the one usually breaks, right, over time. So I loosened it, I took it out. Once you take it out, you can see the washer. You see the washer right there. And see, that washer is worn out, you see. The washer is worn out. That washer is what you have to replace. To replace the washer, what you have to do is you take the screw off the top. And I'll show you. And see the thread? That's a thread that goes on top, right? Alright, so since I loosened it, I was just trying to show you guys how to fix it. Alright, so let's go and try to see what to do with this thing. I got everything out here on the table. I have a couple of ideas. So if you look, I have a box full of washers I had got from Harbor Freight. You see, now after you loosen the screw, right, you loosen this screw so it comes off. You see, you loosen the screw so the screw comes off. This comes off, right? So that comes off. So this is the three. Now you have three parts, right? And this is a threaded part in which the washer sits. The washer sits right there. This washer is the one that is worn out. You see, it's no good. So that washer, you take it out and look at it, it says worn out, no good, it's done. But you can see I don't have a washer of this size. You see, none of the washer matches. How you can see is that if you keep this washer inside it, you see that's the right size. But I don't have any washer that's the right size. This one is too big. You see, it doesn't even go in. So since I don't have any washer which is the right size, my next option, so it doesn't even go in. So I don't have a washer of that size. And that's too small. That's kind of small. You see, that's kind of small. Because it needs to go through the spindle. And it doesn't, see? It doesn't go through a spindle, so that's too small. It won't go. Alright, so basically, unless I go to a Lowe's or somewhere, some hardware shop to get a washer, which I don't want to drive that far, I have this one. An alternate option is I got this one. And this one has a right thread. You see the thread? It's a female thread. You see this one? This is a female thread. You see? And that thread kind of matches, you see? They match, right? 3x4 inch threaded. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this, the new tap, right, which has new washer inside it. And this is like a better model. It's like more modern. That one is old as this house. This is like more modern kind of style or design. It has a washer right there. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. So what you do now is, since you have a new tap, you can put Teflon tape here. Once you put Teflon tape, this threading will go more, sink in more better. So you just pretty much you tighten that with Teflon tape. I'm not going to do it now because I need both hands to do it. But that's what you do. Put the Teflon tape, tighten up, you're good to go. From here on, you should be good. You should be good. Oh no. Alright, this is not going to work. I'm very sorry, this is not going to work. So I can't put it on top of it because see, the water will come from here. The other half of the tap is right here, right? And although there's no leak here, I can't just put it on top of it top of this, because water is going to go from here, not here. So what I will do now, remove this. So what I'm going to do is remove this with my, this comes off. This is threading. This is thread, right? The whole thing comes off. So I'm going to remove the whole tap and put this one in, and that should fit right there. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. All ready. Yeah, so little things can be a little complicated sometimes, but yeah, it works.